Right, who wish to record? Right, Agnes Yu is recording, Lo Huishun is recording, that's good enough. Bun Jiaxin is recording. All right, we'll get started. Right, I've said, so John, right, he complied too closely, right? Okay, to avoid the appearance of conflict of interest altogether, right? So basically, you must use a judgment, right? Right, and you must make sure that anything, all this arrangement does not affect your independence and objectivity. Okay, so this is the key part here. Right, case 3, Susan, an analyst in the corporate finance department of an investment services firm. Right, Susan, an analyst in the corporate finance department of an investment service firm, is about to make a presentation to a potential new business client that includes a promise that her firm will provide full research coverage of the potential client. Right, it just says like that, right? So how should she proceed with the presentation? Right, so the key part here is, or key distinction here is, yeah, you can provide full research coverage, right? But you must not guarantee or make a commitment that you will provide a favorable recommendation, right? Because a lot of clients would expect you to make a favorable recommendation. I mean, that's why they engage you. But you must not make a commitment that you will definitely provide a favorable recommendation. I mean, so you must maintain your independence and objectivity. So the recommendation, it could be favorable, neutral, or unfavorable, right? Must be based on an independent and objective investigation, right? So how should she conduct herself? This is how she should conduct herself to answer the question. Right, case 3, Walter is an equity analyst with Hilton Brokerage who covers the mining industry. He has concluded that the stock of metals and mining is overpriced at its current level, but he's concerned that a negative research report will hurt the good relationship between Metal Minings and its firm. All right. In fact, a senior manager of Hilton Brokerage has just sent him a copy of a proposal his firm has made to Meta Minings to underwrite a debt offering. So Walter needs to produce a report right away and is concerned about the issue about issuing a less than favorable rating. So he's concerned about that. Right. So basically Walter is in a dilemma. Right. So how should he handle it? I mean, obviously you must maintain your independence, objectivity. You know, uh, you know, so you shouldn't be concerned about hurting the good relationship. Okay. So so Walter's analysis should be objective, right, and based solely on the consideration of the company's fundamentals. Right, must be objective. So any pressure from other division of a firm is inappropriate. So if again, right, going back a few slides, right, if you're afraid to undertake this engagement, right, so you provide this, put this firm under a restricted list where only factual opinions about the firm is provided, not on a general list. All right, so this is the other option that could be done. Put the firm on a restricted list, right? So restricted list, only factual information is provided. Right. So Jill, right? Jill is a securities analyst following the airline stocks and the rising star of the firm. So the boss has been carrying a buy recommendation, right? And asks Jill to take coverage of the airline. He tells Jules that under no circumstances should the prevailing buy recommendation be changed. So what's the point of Jill taking this assignment, right? So so that's why I mean Jill should still be objective and independent. Okay, so now the issue here is about research independence for Jill, right? And also whether the prior coverage has whether you should follow the prior coverage. If you follow the prior coverage, that means you're not independent, right? So here the key issue is Jill must be independent and objective. Now, if she, I mean, if she has to follow her boss, that means she's not independent. Now, if she believes that her boss' instruction have compromised her independence, she has two options, right? So inform her boss that she cannot cover the company under these constraints because it's pointless. Yeah, or the second option, right? Conduct coverage, but you must reach your own conclusion, your own independent conclusion. And if they do happen to conflict with the boss' opinion, right? You know, you should share the conclusion with the boss and let them make the appropriate recommendation. So whatever it is, I mean, Jill should issue recommendation that reflects only her independent and objective opinion. That's a key point here. All right. All right. Case 5. Edward directs a large amount of his commission business to a New York-based brokerage house. In appreciation for all the business, the brokerage house gave Edward 2 tickets to the World Cup in South Africa, 2 nights at a nearby resort, several meals, and transportation via limousine to the game. Edward failed to disclose receiving this package to his supervisor. Now, the first point is all these gifts, right, are lavish, are quite substantial. tickets to the World Cup, in those days can cost thousands of dollars. Resort, several meals, limo. These are lavish gifts. So basically, Edward is opening himself up, to give the broker favored treatment. All right, these are lavish. Right, so this issue is about gifts and entertainment from related parties. So, Edward has accepted substantial gifts, and obviously this may have impeded his independence and objectivity. Right, so basically he has, you know, uh, opened himself up to the accusation that he may give the broker favored treatment. So basically, all right, he should avoid this kind of situation. Okay, because even though he may not have written, even though he may have written an independent and objective report, right, he is perceived to have been compromised. He is perceived to have been compromised. All right, that's another issue here. All right. Right, case 6, right? Teresa manages the portfolio of Johnson, a client of Tisbury Investments. Teresa has achieved yearly returns for Johnson that are consistently better than the benchmarks she and Johnson previously agreed to. As a reward, Johnson offers Teresa 2 tickets to Wimbledon and the use of Johnson's flat in London for a week. Teresa accepts the reward and discloses receipt of the reward to her supervisor at Tisbury. Right, so she disclosed receipt. All right. Teresa achieved yearly returns for Johnson that are consistently better than the benchmark she and Johnson previously agreed to. Right, so this is basically a reward. Okay, so now this is after the event, after she has performed and she has been rewarded. Okay, so it's a little different, right? So now, basically, Teresa has complied. First she has disclosed receiving the award, right? And all these are just additional, and these are relatively modest. Okay, now this is after the event, because she has achieved returns better than the benchmarks. Okay, right? Because she has disclosed, right? Her supervisor can monitor such situation regarding employers favoring a giving client to the detriment of other fee-paying client. Right. So there's nothing, no mention about whether her behavior has affected other fee-paying client. There's no mention about that. So on the surface of all these facts provided, right? Teresa is basically complied with standard 1B. All right. Right. So I have finished lecture 2. Now, since there's about 24 minutes left, I think I should continue with lecture 3 because this is a short SAM. right? So I will start another video. It's better I start another video. So I will end this and I will start another video for lecture 3. All right, I will do as much as possible. So I will start another video. All right.